Hello, and welcome to the crossover, where nothing is out of bounds and everything is fair game. We have a lot to cover with you today, but first, let's check in with the Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stats, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What's happening, everybody? And I'm your man, Big T, and it's time for At Home with the Crossover. And joining me once again, the usual cast of characters. Man got his arms up in the air. We might as well start with him. Got the sunglasses on, even though it's nighttime. Radar Charles is in the house. Radar, what's going on, man?
You know what, man? Narrow is the way, Big T. When we are coming to play tonight with Larry on board, man. It's time to play. Let's go, man.
There we go. Then we got our man, the Elon basketball legend, is in the house. None other than Bro Mel. Bro Mel, what's going on?
Oh, just praise the Lord. Glad to be here.
There you go. I love it, man. I love the way Bro Mel says that every week. Then we got the man that brings the ag swag to the show each and every week. He's also a huge Dudley guy, and they rolling. I mean, Dudley is rolling. We talk about none other than Aggie P is in the house. Aggie P, what's up?
Hey, brother, glad to be here. Radar, I believe he didn't go to work today, Big T. That's a lot of energy.
That's a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy.
Don't do that, AB.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
We on the air
right now.
So it's too much energy, huh? He's too hyped. And then sporting his Eagles gear tonight. I think he got the Eagles blanket and the toboggan on because they whooped up on Denver this past weekend. None other than Birdman's in the house. Bird, what's up?
Oh, 3 of my teams won this past weekend. It was great. It was great.
Okay, all right. Bird up here talking junk already. Hey, and then we got the queen, the doctor, the first lady, Mama is in the house. None other than TP. TP, what's going on?
Blessings to everyone. Blessings on today.
I love it. Blessings on blessings. Hey, and together we're the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. On tonight's live at home edition of the crossover, we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. Cam Newton is back in the Carolinas. Bunch more upsets in the NFL. Hey, a couple of Duke players are in trouble. Coach K started his first ride, and Coach Hubert Davis got off to a good start. We talk about that and much, much more coming up in this edition. But we start with our man, our guy, the longest standing season ticket holder in Carolina Hurricanes history, none other than Larry, who joins us all the time throughout the NHL hockey season. He joins us again, as usual. Larry is in the house. What's going on, Larry?
Oh, man, it's been good. It's been good this year. It's been fun to watch, fun to get into. Yeah.
Hey, Kane's off to a great start, man. Like you, hey, for the listeners, you don't know this, but the pre-show we were talking about it, and I messed the record up, and Larry was quick to correct me. He was very quick.
Good job.
So that's right. That's your job.
Let me too.
So the Canes are like Radar said, 11-2. Best start in franchise history.
Yep.
How have they done this, Larry? It's the best record in the league, you said. So
it is the best record in the league.
Give us a little bit of a peek behind the curtains. How have they done this?
What's interesting is I think there have been 8 players that have been replaced since last year.
Mm-hmm.
So going into this year, there was a lot of questions. We didn't even know if we could compete because we replaced the goalies, we replaced defensemen, we got rid of the best defenseman we had. It was topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
And then in preseason, I think we won 1 out of 3 games or something.
Yeah.
And everyone just kind of held their breath to see what it was going to be like. But they all came together, and they are really playing as a team. And it shows when you go to the games and you watch the defense. the defense will not let the other team into their zone. I mean, it's like it's just a wave of players blocking shots, hitting players, checking players, going after the puck. They're just doing a tremendous job. And the goalie, Freddie Anderson, you'll hear us yell, Freddie, Freddie. He has won 9 games, and he was driven off from Toronto. And it makes you wonder if Toronto had a defense, what they would be like.
Yeah.
And because that's part of it. It's kind of like the offensive line in football protecting the quarterback. It's the same thing with the defense protecting the goalie. So we've just put it all together. They're having fun. You can tell they are having fun on the ice, and they take up for one another. It's great to watch a good team in any sport play well.
Exactly. And we've always talked about the physical toughness, and I know in years past you were very critical of how they just didn't bring the physicality. And I heard you mention being physical and this, that, and other. Is that one of the biggest things you've noticed with them in this 11-2 start? Is that one of the things that you say, hey, this is a really big reason? I know you just mentioned that, so that's got to be, if it's not the reason, it's got to be high on the list.
It's a very big part of this, that they are physical. They're not letting the players get by with things, and they are checking and they are getting the puck and then turning it over to the right people and things. Our nickname used to be the Candy Canes. We're not the Candy Canes anymore.
Right there.
Hey, I dare somebody say Candy Canes now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And Larry, can I ask you one question real quick here? Have they played anybody? Because to be 11-2 and being hot, is this a cupcake schedule so far? Is it like the Lakers, that it's real light, they ain't playing nobody tonight?
Great question. We started out by playing the New York Islanders, who were in the conference finals last year against Tampa Bay. We beat them. We played Tampa Bay, the reigning Stanley Cup champions. We beat them in overtime.
2-time champs.
We have beaten some major teams. So we really are for real. But it's a very long season. There are 82 games, and you know how that is. And I don't like to get too anxious about it. My son sent me a text or an article that he was reading that said, it's early, but the Carolina Hurricanes are playing like the Stanley Cup champions. And I texted him back, said that it's too early. It's too early.
Say don't jinx it.
And real quick for the listeners, Larry, when in the pre-show, he was sitting up here like Jerry Jones, boy, talking about the games like he had built the team himself. He was like, look, yeah, man, we 11-2, man. We doing big things down here, man. Come on down, Radar. Come down here, see us down here.
I sure wish I had some money.
Well, check this out. So you talked about
we would all be in the owner's box one night.
That's right. Well,
that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Hey, Larry, you talked about the having the 6-game road trip begins with Vegas tonight, and it's a brutal stretch. I mean, we're picking their weekend game on Saturday, and it's I think they're playing Florida. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but
they play Vegas tonight, then Anaheim, then Los Angeles Kings, then San Jose Sharks, then Seattle Kraken, and then the Philadelphia Flyers.
The Flyers. Kraken should be an easy one, shouldn't it?
There's no easy one. I found that out when we played Arizona. I'd never been as nervous in all my life, and that's the worst team in the NHL, supposedly. But I
Yeah.
said, let's just win and get out of here.
Just win and get out. So on this 6-game road trip, what do you anticipate happening? What is your thought? I mean, if you had to, I'm not gonna put you on the spot and say give us a record, because we used to do that with you. But if you want to give us a record, what you think will happen, you can. But I know it's a tough stretch. There's a lot of good teams in there.
Don't do it, Larry.
I'm not falling for it.
Don't fall for it, Larry. See, I told you that's Jerry Jones right there. Now I'm gonna call him Larry Jones.
Larry Jones. You know why they play the game on any given night.
Yeah.
I was originally trying to be in Vegas tonight to see the game, and then I realized how much it would cost, and my ticket guy was actually going to get me tickets, but I decided not to.
So you decided not to.
Yeah.
Well, so do you have high hopes for a winning record on this road trip?
I'm cautiously optimistic. Is that okay?
That's okay. Hey, Radar would say I'm trying to trip you up, but I'm not.
No, I know you're not, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
One interesting thing, Martinook is one of our big beasts, and he's a great guy, and he looks exactly like our minister of youth at our church. Exactly. But he was asked in an interview, what's it like on the road with the team? Are you guys partying? Are you getting out there and gambling? And he said, well, to be honest about it, most of us have kids and families, and we begin missing the kids and families. And that's when we have to bind together, come together as a group. Yeah. And I thought that's just a great answer and it shows the kind of attitude that the team has. Yep. I mean, they really do look after each other. So it wasn't about the gambling and the partying or anything like that. It was about, hey, let's come together as a family ourselves.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Real quick, what are you thankful for in sports or life? Because we got Thanksgiving, and we just want to know what you're thankful for.
Oh, I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for the friends that I have, including you guys.
Yeah.
And all the blessings that we have. And sports is fun. It's great, but it's not life. I mean, it's a facet of our lives, but
takes a backseat. Real quick, we only got 30 seconds. Give us a hockey name of the day.
Okay. I almost did too much research. Elvis Merzlikins.
Woo!
Elvis Merzlikins. He's a Latvian goaltender.
Oh, that's a tough one, Larry. That's a tough one.
Elvis.
We'll just say Elvis for short. Hey, Larry, we appreciate you joining us, man. Thank you once again, and we look forward to doing it in the future.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I always enjoy it.
All right. That was our man.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, bye. That was our man Larry. And when we come back, we got, like we said, Hubert Davis got his first win. And Hornets shocker. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to do that on the other side of the break. You're listening to At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown, INSSERVICE or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And guess what? Every Tuesday night, 7 p.m., you can catch us live. We're on YouTube at the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. And be sure to join us each and every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the show. Tell all your friends about it. Catch us every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. live on YouTube. Then on Thursday nights, 7 p.m., be sure to catch the radio version, the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. And that's 7 p.m. on Thursday nights. And that can be found online at WLJFradio.com. It can also be found on the WLJF app, which is available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. All right, so let's jump on in here to our hot topics. Hot topics we do every week. It's the hottest stories in sports. May not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things that we want to talk about. And our man is cutting up, Radar all on the telephone and, acting like he making business deals and all that stuff, Hey, just Radar being Radar, y'all.
Oh my God.
But Big T, think about it this way. He made a good business deal when he decided to recruit me for the Tunnel Crew.
Oh, man. Is he making business deals like that? Okay. All right. Well, hey, once again, we want to thank Larry for joining us in the first segment. He's always fun. Love talking Canes with him and look forward to doing it again. We're grateful and thankful for Larry joining us and throughout the hockey season. All right. We're also grateful and thankful for a return, for a big return over the weekend, because a guy that, gets a lot of laughs on this show and we have a lot of fun with, our man, the Carolina's favorite son, re-signed with the Panthers on last week and quickly over the weekend made his presence known, made an impact right away. I mean, he was only in the game for, I think, 7 plays, but out of those 7 plays, the first 2 plays, he ran for a touchdown in the red zone. And then the next time they was in the red zone, they put him in and he threw for a touchdown. And it was kind of cool, because after the first touchdown, he runs, takes his helmet off, runs up to the camera and yells, "I'm back! I'm back!" Some people say that's a me move, but after the game, Cam said, "Hey, it's not about me, it's about the team." He said it's about the team. Tunnel Crew, what are your thoughts on Cam Newton's debut and his return to the Carolina Panthers?
Hey, please go ahead. You know what I'm gonna say about Cam, so get the good stuff out. Come on. Somebody please.
I'm gonna take a different spin on it. I think, him coming back, and he talked a little bit about this. I said a little bit with Freddie, but I'm gonna be quick with it. He realized that, God has showed him, when you lose something you love real much, he can take it away. And then when he was able to, get this second opportunity, then you can see, he has grown. He has grown, inwardly as a player in the NFL. I think he has grown in that sense, which come back and gives him a totally different outcome and, on how he's looking at the season now. It's about winning. It's not about him. Whereas before that, it was about him and what he did and how he, he has a big personality as well. But that's what I see. I think he's in there to come in there with some young players in there to, to mentor them, to show them how it's done and change the way he approached playing the game. So,
yeah. Hey, TP, you were getting ready to say something?
Yes, I was gonna say I have, it's a lot that I can say about Cam. I did think of the same as Bromel, like you now understand what it's like when somebody can take something away from you, because he wanted to get away from the team so bad, and then when he did, I know he had little smirks and little smiles, but he never looked happy. To me, he never looked happy the whole time, especially when he had to keep switching jerseys. And I think when they had to sit him down and say, "Oh, you don't want to take the vaccine? Okay, this is what has to happen." When he was in Carolina, he was married, he had children. He just seemed to be better. But as soon as he went away, it's just like if we go away from God, his life seemed to be in more chaos. He ended up having another child. Then that child support and stuff kept going in, having a divorce. And it seems like now, now that he's kind of coming back to Carolina, I'm interested in knowing what's going to happen next. I think that it was very interesting to know that when he came back, I'm so glad they did not put him and saying, "Oh, you think you back? We just going to play you as quarterback." No, you got to earn that. I'm really glad that they did that in that approach.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in seeing it. I'm still praying for him. I'm still praying for him with them clothes on. I'm still praying for his mind. I would like to see him prosper. You don't want to see anybody fail, but I want to see him do better.
Well, and I think the guy that's getting lost in the shuffle is Walker, man, because Walker didn't play a bad game. I think he was, I want to say 22 out of 29 for 150 something yards passing. He threw an ugly interception, but I thought he played a good game, and you would think that Cam came in and played all the plays because all the attention's been on him, and deservedly so. When you get 2 touchdowns, in the game, your first game back, and we'll see what happens moving forward as far as will he get more of the snaps? Will he get the playing time? But we're gonna get Aggie P's thoughts on it right quick, because I know he's ready to burn on this.
Well, first of all, Big T, I'm glad that he's back. I give him a hand clap. But I mean, could you be more humble in coming back? Yelling taking your helmet off. I'm back. Okay. We know you're back. It's only 2 plays in the red zone. Now, when you go and you might get a starting position and a defensive coordinator have the opportunity to set up that defense for you, let's see what you do then.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm glad he's back. Hand clap for that. But I don't believe the stuff that he said is all about the team. It's Cam. It's not about the team. I see that spirit still on him. I'm sorry. I'm praying that it would go that way. But hey, man, Cam is Cam. And one thing it's going to do, though, it's going to sell some tickets.
Most definitely.
Because a lot of Carolina Panther fans, they do love Cam, and they got a new excitement in Charlotte, and it's going to pack the stadium. But once again, it's going to come down to 1st and 10, not in the red zone, but 1st and 10, and a defensive coordinator setting up against you to see how accurate you can be or what type of athlete you're going to be. So, the jury is out. I think that's the right term. I'm waiting to see.
I wanted to say something real quick on what you said. Him coming back and being in the camera and stuff, saying I'm back. I feel like he didn't have to do that. All he had to do was go out there and do his job. Steve Smith, to me, said it best. He said somebody told him when he used to do them annex and stuff at the end zone, somebody told him, act like you've been there. And that stuck with me ever since then.
Yep.
And I know it stuck with me professionally. To me, it stick with him the same way.
Yeah.
His maturity, man. I want to see him be more mature. If God is getting ready to elevate him to be the prodigal son coming back home, show us. Because he sets himself up to fail.
Yeah.
All this yelling and stuff. And then when they have a bad game, he got the towel on his head, and then here comes the media. So I just wish he would have just kept the helmet on, didn't get the penalty. Hey, dap his teammates up and just keep playing, and let's see what happens.
I felt like that was planned. I felt like he had already said, if I get in the end zone, I'm taking the penalty. I'm snatching my helmet off. I'm finding the nearest camera, and I'm going to say I'm back. I just felt like that was planned. And now there'll probably be some T-shirts out next week with "I'm back!" exclamation.
Oh, yeah, it's a money thing now. Yeah. I kind of, hey, when you talk about finance, just what if you would have came back and had a new number, like number 2? I know somebody has that number, but everybody would have been buying that jersey. I mean, it'd have been a big financial thing for him. But anyway, hey, I hope Cam, do his thing.
Yeah, and it's going to be time going to tell. It's just like anything else. Hey, the enemy going to try to attack us, man. The enemy, he's on us, and we have to realize that. And that's the things, like you say, there's still things he got to work on, when it comes to that. But, the thing is, they can't do no worse than what they had.
That's right. Yeah.
No, I think PJ, don't get me wrong, I think PJ is a really good quarterback. I really do. But I think he makes some mistakes when, trying to, fit balls in and stuff like that. But I think he's a really good quarterback. Don't get me wrong on that.
Yeah.
But I don't think Donald is the answer. I really don't.
Definitely not. All right. Well, let's jump on to staying in the NFL. The upsets continue. The Dolphins, my Dolphins, last Thursday night took down Lamar Jackson and the Ravens 22-10. It was all about the defense. I think that game was like 6-3 going into the fourth quarter. A lot of people say, "Oh, this is boring," but Miami really shut them down, got that upset win, and then the Washington football team intercepted Tom Brady twice in the first quarter. That's only happened to him, I think they said 6 times in his career or something like that. And it's been a decade since the last time it happened. They got him twice in the first quarter in a 29-19 victory. And the thing that I was impressed most with was they finished the game. When the game was still in balance, Washington went on a 19-play, 10.5-minute drive, and then on 4th and goal from the 1, Riverboat Ron said, "Go for it," and they punched it in and closed the door on any chance of TB12 doing what he does, and pulled off the upset. And so, like we said, there's another upset. And then you jump to last night, man. You got the 3-5 49ers just whooping up on the 7-2 Rams. I mean, the Rams, they got Von Miller in the lineup. They got Odell Beckham Jr. out there. So much for those guys. They didn't make any difference. I mean, San Francisco just tore them up 31-10. And I know people might not consider this an upset, but the 0-8 Lions tying Pittsburgh 16-16. I know the Steelers didn't have Roethlisberger, but it's still, an upset. Hey, I'm even counting this in the upsets. Kansas City putting 41 points on the Raiders and beating the Raiders 41-14. Mahomes throwing for 400 yards. We ain't seen Kansas City look like that all year. So in a way, that was an upset with no interceptions, So what do y'all think about the upset trend in the NFL continuing once again?
Well, like I say, it's a competitive league. It's every Sunday. You don't know who's going to win. And just throw you these stats out as well, Big T. Tom Brady done threw 2 interceptions in the last 2 games. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
He don't. So he's not making good decisions either when that pressure get on him. And so,
and they've lost the last 2.
That's right.
See, a lot of people forget that because they had a bye last week, so they kind of forget that they lost before the bye. But they've lost 2 in a row. So things are looking crazy there for Tampa Bay. Hey, moving on to college football right quick, because our man Bird, we gave him a hard time last. We gave him a hard time last week, but
rightfully so.
His guys outlasted NC State, beat them 45-42. Still struggling a little bit on the defensive side, but that was a battle for first place in the Atlantic. And a little bit further from home, the upset trend, it rolled over into college football as we saw Baylor knock off the 9-0 Oklahoma team. Oklahoma had been rolling I mean, they have been rolling. What happened? Upsets continue. Hey, what do y'all think about Birds, Demon Deacons, and Oklahoma going down?
It was bound to happen, Big T. It was bound to happen. I told y'all. Y'all was like Oklahoma, Michigan State, and all of them just took L's. All of them did. And look at Birdman grinning ear to ear because his team won. I'll let Birdman talk. I'm sorry. Let me get
okay, well, you know what? We're up against a hard break. We're gonna finish this when we come back. But hey, listen, everybody. YouTube is the place to be on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. live. Catch us on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube page. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe once you get there. You can also catch the audio version of the show on WLJFradio.com. You can download the 100.7 WLJF app, which is available on Google Play and in the iTunes store. When we come back, like I told you, Coach K's first game, Hubert Davis getting the win. The Hornets pulled off a shocker. The Raiders, a lot of stuff going on there. We got all of that and more when we come back. We're so thankful that you're here listening to us, and we'll catch you on the other side of the break. You're listening At Home with the Crossover.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And like I said, you can catch us every Tuesday night live. Find us on YouTube. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube page. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. Catch us every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. live. We love to have you join us. We have a lot of fun, as you can see. And then on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., catch the audio version, the original Crossover Sports Show, and you can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. Check us out every week. You'll have a lot of fun. All right, let's get back to the hot topics real quick. I got to blow through some stuff because we got our question of the day. But we want to check in with TP, social media shout outs, comments from the listeners and fans. Let us know what's going on, TP. What's everybody saying?
Thank you so much for everyone's support on YouTube. Also by listening to the radio on 100.7. At any means that you are listening, we just thank you so much. We want to thank Miss Ann Mitchell. She said, "Good evening, Crossover Tunnel Crew." I agree with the crew. All great remarks. Blessings to all of you and your family. Thank you again for supporting us.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for your support. We can't do this without you. And we're really thankful and grateful for all the listeners and fans. You know, you're the reason we're here. All right.
I'm glad TP is here to do that. Nobody does it like TP.
Exactly.
Can I say that?
You're thankful for TP.
I'm thankful. Can I say that? I'm thankful.
There you go, man. There you go. There you go. All right. Hey, I'm going to blow through these real quick. I've been telling you, Coach K, you know, got off to a great start, beating Kentucky, Madison Square Garden, and he's actually 2-0. And they play tonight. Hubert Davis got his first win as a head coach of the Tar Heels. They're 2-0, you know, and they play tonight as well. But a little bit of, I mentioned going into the break earlier that there was a couple of Duke players got in trouble. Well, this news came out today. It happened over the weekend. Coach K's grandson plays for him. Michael Savarino plays for Coach K. And the star freshman, the guy that everybody expects to go to the NBA and be a first rounder, Paolo Banchero, you know, he was in the car with this guy when he was driving a little tipsy. And he got a DWI, speaking of Coach K's grandson. And Banchero was charged with aiding and abetting the DWI. So, you know, they were talking about, will he suspend him? He said he's going to handle things internally. We'll see what happens, whether they play tonight or not. You think it's a good idea for Coach K to handle it internally?
Well, you know, it's his program. You know, he makes the choice where he feel like is best for the team. You know, you know, everybody has different, you know, opinions on what should be done and not to be done. And, you know, I think he'll do what he feel like is best for his team. Yeah.
Hey, a few extra suicides, a couple more laps, he'll be back on the court, man.
So he'll be back out there.
Half, yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we've been talking about upsets. A couple of more. Virginia lost at home to Navy. That was a big upset. Hey, even the women's game is not immune. You know, I mean, you see Texas, number 25 Texas goes on the road and upsets number 3 Stanford. So this thing is carried over even to the women. Hey, it's carried over to high school football. Grimsley, Raiders picked to win the state. Had a 21-game winning streak snapped at home when they lost 41-27 on Friday night. And then the Charlotte Hornets, our Hornets, you know, Golden State coming into the Hive had only lost 1 game. I think they were 11-1 coming in, and the Hornets beat them. Hey, they beat them behind LaMelo Ball, 24 points, 7 assists. Hey, they held Stephen Curry to 24 points. It was a big-time game for the Hornets. And I don't know if y'all saw the three-pointer that Kelly Oubre hit. He hits a three-pointer with 5 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Steph comes down and says, anything you can do, I can do better, and hits a half-court shot at the buzzer. I mean, that's classic Steph. So any thoughts on any of these upsets? Our Hornets getting it done, handing the Warriors their second loss. Crew tossing it out there. Bird, you got this big smile. You've been laughing. You lead us off, man. Go ahead and give us your thoughts, man.
I just want to say, how about them Hornets? They did something that my team, quite honestly, couldn't do. They took down Steph Curry without Klay Thompson, without his right-hand man. That was awesome.
Well, and it was a good game. You know, I mean, I didn't see the game, but I watched the full highlights online. And it was a tremendous game by the Hornets.
Well, you know, you had to look at with them too on their road trip. They had some really close games, man. You know, when they went out west, they had some really close games, and when they came back home, they were able to close those games out. Being at home with that crowd behind them.
Yep.
And you say, you know, upsets during the first part of the year. That's what you're going to get in college basketball.
Oh yeah,
you know, because you try to figure out who you have and you know your lineups. In women basketball, you can't even predict that. I'm gonna just tell you that. You can't predict that because there's just so much parity in it. You know, that South Carolina and North Carolina State game was a great game.
Yeah.
You know,
it was.
First game of the year. So, you know, Stanford, you know, they don't have the same players they had, you know, last year. You know.
That's right.
That's what you're going to get probably the first 6 or 7 games. After that, it starts spreading itself out. You know.
Yeah.
But if you don't get an upset now, you better get it, you know.
They better get it before they start rolling, huh?
But I'm telling you, that Brown game and Carolina game, man, Brown University is tough, man.
Hey, a 7-point win for the Tar Heels. They barely got by.
Man, Brown played some ball. And matter of fact, FYI information, the Gainey kid played at Smith.
Yeah.
Jalen Gainey played at Smith, and he played a great game. He fouled out, but he played a great game for Brown University, you know.
Well, I heard somebody today say the Tar Heels are on upset alert for tonight's game, you know, so we'll see. I think they're playing College of Charleston, but yeah.
Them Heels gonna beat them, though.
And speaking, and speaking of Charleston, you know, A&T just beat South Carolina State, Big T.
They did.
27-17. They look impressive down there, sir.
Well, listen to Radar. Listen to Radar.
Hey, I'm gonna be like Cam now. It was no doubt, Radar.
I mean, it was a good game.
We're back.
Yeah, I didn't I watched it from home.
And I do want to give a shout out to Devin. Devin was my former student. And I really want to give him a big shout out. Yes, Devin was one of my students that we had a very good relationship.
That's great.
He really looked out. Anytime he was gonna even be slightly late, he communicated well with his team. So I just want to thank him for that. And I want to thank him for that play, because I'm gonna tell you right now, that sealed the deal.
That's what you call responsible. You know, he's a responsible young man. So
he really is.
All right, let's jump into our question of the day, everybody. And the question of the day is simple. It's simply this. Just like I asked Larry in the first segment, what are you thankful for, either in sports or in life, or both, you know? And we'll go around, you know, and somebody can say something, and then we can come back around to somebody if you want to say something else. But it's just simple. What are you thankful for in sports or in life, or both? And I'm just going to hand it off. I'm passing the baton to the crew. Go ahead and jump in there and give us your thoughts.
Thank you. Well, for me, I guess I'll start it off, Big T. I'm thankful for sports and life, but I'm thankful for how sports helped me to, how can I put this, help me to be a better person in life. You know, when I was younger, you know, God, you know, hey, I was fortunate. God gave me a gift, and he allowed me to use that gift. And, you know, when I met a lot of good people, you know, in playing sports, and I mean, it teaches you leadership, you know, it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to push yourself way beyond you ever thought you could push yourself.
That's awesome.
And it also teaches you how to establish relationships that last forever. So, you know, with all of that, and with being a Christian and all of that, Big T, hey, it is really has modeled my life and everything that I do. Because a lot of times when I'm asked a question or something, and I need to give, I refer to something in football, and some people be like, okay, here we go. But I have great examples, you know, either something in football or basketball, baseball, or track, or whatever. This is a great example. So to answer your question, Big T, both with myself have helped me to tailor my life to be the person that I am now, and I'm very thankful for that.
Man, that's an awesome way to start us off. That's an excellent answer. Hey, who's next? Who wants to follow that? Look at Radar clap.
Well, I go ahead next. I'm very thankful about, like Agape. I'm thankful for not only what the gift God has given me, as far as not only sports and, you know, in life, being able to do the things that He'll allow me to do, and be able to share, you know, the love of Christ through sports, through others, and helping others, and being able to give back in ways that, you know, I normally wouldn't have thought I would be able to give back, in the sense that, you know, I'm thankful for He gave me an opportunity to meet you guys, on this show, to be able to talk, you know, sports things that I enjoy doing, and being able to just to, you know, give Him all the glory and all the praise, because if it wasn't for Him, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And some of the things like Agape said that sports did for him, He did the same for me. And it just doing relationships, but most of all, you know, I don't talk a lot about that because I tell people that was my former life. But when I turned my life over to Christ, then I didn't dwell on that. I try to move forward. And from that point on, that's why where people know me, I don't really talk about the past because it was the past. So I just thank the Lord for where He have me now with my family and being able to have good health during this season and then being able to continue to, give Him all the glory and all that we do and all that, try to live before Him.
Yeah. Hey, that's another good answer, man. Another good answer. Who next?
I'm thankful for, in the sports world, I'm thankful that we found our offensive identity. I only get my defensive coordinator together, we'll be straight. Because I'm not dishing out any bow boxes after the 28th. Now, I'm not doing that. Now, I'm thankful in life. I'm thankful for this show because I joked about it earlier. Radar did actually recruit me towards the end of 2017. We were actually talking about the Eagles and other sports and stuff. And he was like, hey, you should really come on and be a part of the Tunnel Crew, be a part of the show. I was like, yeah, I'll think about it because at the time I was working a lot and stuff. And it was fortunate God made it possible that I was able to do this and going into my third year on the show. And I'm happy and blessed to be with you guys and blessed that I'm a huge part and huge part of our success in the show. So.
Yeah. Well, we're thankful for you, Bird. Next. Hey, Radar grinning from ear to ear. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna make this quick.
Oh Lord.
I thank God for my relationship with God because when Aggie P said earlier, he said, I want to know why you got that energy. I want to know why you move the way you move. And the closer I get to him, the closer people that are close to God get to me. And I met y'all 3 years ago. And look at our relationship.
Yeah.
The closer I get to him, the closer he brings people like you into my life. And that pumps me up. That gives me, that lets me know God loves me. And that's what I'm thankful for, the relationship that I have seen God grow in me, being at Love and Faith, being around wonderful people, the leadership from top to bottom. Nothing's perfect, but you can, if you look for the good, you'll see the good.
Yeah.
That's all I see. And to Aggie P's point, to close it out real quick, sports helping me find my lane. And just because you ain't on the field don't mean you ain't on the field.
Yeah. Hey, another good one. Another good one. TP, Queen, go ahead, because we know you get ready to bring it.
I was going to say, we only got a minute left, but I'm very thankful for God. I really am. I'm thankful for God, not just for being God, but really just to sit here. I'm so thankful for family, but I'm thankful for y'all as my family. I've been going through some things, but at the same time, I already know y'all praying for me. And, when you know that and you don't have to say much because people are praying for you, that's more than anything. So from what everybody else has said, I commend them. I feel the same way. Sports has definitely helped me. It's been very therapeutic. Radar is right, especially because of the relationship that we have. It's always been a brother-sister thing, and I'm still going to get it. Birdman, I thank you. Birdman, I thank you. Because I know the first time I talked to you, I fussed you out because I thought you was a Eagle from Central, but you still an Eagle. But I'm a Big T. We're cousins. We found that out.
That's right.
So, hey, I thank God for everybody, brothers, Percy and Sister Linda as well.
Yeah. Hey, another good one. Hey, I'm going to keep it simple real quick. I'm thankful because I got a cousin that was on the kidney donor list. He got that kidney and had the surgery, and he is doing well. So I am extremely thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the Lord being in our lives and just showing us the way. All right. Hey, everybody, make sure you go on YouTube every Tuesday night, catch this live at home edition of the show 7 p.m. on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Catch the audio version of the show on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. online at WLJFradio.com and also on the 100.7 WLJF app on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, time for the wrap up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, two locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the Tunnel Crew.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And I told you earlier before one of the commercial breaks that the Raiders had some craziness going on. A couple of quick stories with the Raiders, the Vegas Raiders. Not only did they get destroyed Sunday night by the Chiefs, but it was announced that Gruden is filing a lawsuit against the NFL and Goodell, saying that they deliberately leaked his emails to force him out, because they said they had thousands of emails and only his were leaked. And there was a lot of cries for them to release all the emails, but they said they wouldn't do that. So he's suing. He's probably going to get some money out of it, which, hey, he's got a case there. There's a legitimate argument there. And then we know about them releasing Ruggs, Henry Ruggs, for the car accident that killed someone a couple of weeks ago. Well, they released Damon Arnett, who was the 2020 19th pick in the first round. Ruggs was the 12th pick. They released Arnett because he was caught on camera waving a gun around and making threats. So he's gone. So, man, like I said, a lot of craziness going on. The Raiders, pray for all the individuals involved there. All right, let's jump on into our picks for the week. And but we need to review what happened last week first. The results from last week's show look like this. Me and Bro Mel tied. We both went 5-0 on the week. It was a good week for us. But, hey, it's a pretty good week for Birdman and TP also. They went 4-1 last week. And it wasn't a terrible week for Aggie P and Radar. They went 3-2. The only person that had a pretty rough week last week was Stats. 2-3 for Stats. He's bringing up the rear. So, yeah. All right, let's move on and look at the overall standings. And for those of you who, I don't know, there's probably some people out there that actually write the standings down every week and tally, come up with their own tallies. You'll probably notice there are 2 games added this week. The reason why is because we forgot to add the World Series pick from last week. And that was Game 6, the winner of Game 6, and then the winner of the series. So everybody went 2-0 last week on the World Series pick, except for me and TP. We were the only ones that picked Houston, so we went 0-2. So you'll see that reflected in the overall standings as there are 2 extra games, either 2 extra wins for everybody that got Atlanta and 2 extra losses for me and TP. All right. And they look like this: 143 wins for me. Birdman is second, 130. Aggie P has 129. Stats has 126. Radar has 125. Bromel has 119. And TP, that should say TP for those who are watching on YouTube, has 117. All right, let's move on to the games for this week. And this week, we're picking college basketball. Number 18, Carolina at number 6, Purdue. That game is Saturday. Number 1, Gonzaga at number 2, UCLA. That game is next Tuesday. That's a big game. Hey, the Canes. We're talking about the Canes tonight. They're on the road at the Ducks on Thursday night. The Ducks got a pretty good record. That should be a good game. And college football, number 7, Michigan State at number 4, Ohio State. Number 12, Wake Forest at Clemson. Those games on Saturday. We've got women's college basketball, number 6, Baylor at number 7, Maryland on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the 7-2 Cowboys visit the 6-4 Chiefs, fresh off that 41-14 blowout Sunday night. All right, we're going to go ahead and read Stats picks since he's not here. Stats took Carolina, North Carolina, Tar Heels in basketball. He took UCLA, took the Carolina Hurricanes in hockey, and he took Wake Forest over Clemson. Let's go to Aggie P. Give us your picks, sir.
Yes, sir. Purdue, UCLA, the Hurricanes, and Wake Forest, Birdman.
Oh, man. All right. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and give you mine. I took the UCLA Bruins, Ohio State, Wake Forest over Clemson, and the Kansas City Chiefs over Dallas. Birdman, give us yours.
Gonzaga, Wake Forest, Baylor, and the Chiefs.
All right. Bromel.
UNC Tar Heels, Gonzaga, Michigan State in football, and Baylor girls basketball.
All right, Radar.
I'm going with Clemson, Michigan State, Baylor, and the Cowboys. And I would go with Gardner Webb because I know they're gonna beat A&T this week, coming up week.
TP, give us yours, please.
Purdue, Ohio State, Cowboys, and Baylor.
All right, there you go. Let's go ahead and give our shut up and play candidates or our shout outs. And we'll start with Radar.
I would like to give Gardner Webb a shout out for being on A&T schedule this week. I hope they pull an upset, Big T.
Oh my goodness. Bromel.
I just want to give a shout out. I mentioned to him earlier, young man is doing great. Jalen Gainey. I just give a shout out to him to keep doing what you're doing, son.
All right, Aggie P.
Shout out to my son, Joshua Palmer. He was accepted into the Honor Society.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Love that. Out there. Proud of him.
Hey, Queen.
I'm actually wanting to read one from our listeners. So,
okay.
Raleigh Fuller said, Alan Palmer, you are a great guy and a mentor, a pillar in the community.
There you go. All right. That's awesome. Birdman.
Shout out to Dr. Wheeler, my professor. He's watching this right now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're doing a great job, Birdman. Great job.
There you go. You are. Hey, my shout out is to my Dolphins. They got it done on Thursday night. Keep it up. Oh, and to Miami for moving on from the AD. All right. For Radar.
There was the way.
For Bromel.
Hey, praise the Lord.
For Aggie P.
No weapon.
For TP.
Blessings on blessings.
For Birdman. I'm your man, Big T, saying no matter where you are, look up and know that your creator is there. Until next time, see ya, and we might want to be.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for The Crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.